The Back Our Chappies bus has been travelling around Queensland for 14 days now. We've travelled from Brisbane up through Western Queensland to Mount Isa, across to Cairns, and now we're heading down the coast back to Brisbane and ultimately Stanthorpe. Whether it's the drought-affected areas in Western Queensland or the sugarcane fields of the coast, we've heard firsthand the incredible life-transforming stories of chaplains in their schools and what they're doing for kids across this state.
Earlier on in the year, I think it was day 2, one of the teachers called me up and said, "Hey, I have a child in my class who's got nothing. Parents are unable to give him any school supplies. Do you have anything left over?" I managed to find some stuff around. I went to some of the administration ladies and we managed to find some books and pencils. So that child was fine, but then I sent an email out to the school and virtually all the teachers said there's 1 or 2 students in our class who are in the same situation. And all I did was just post a status on social media, and I just said how heartbreaking it is. And then a friend got on board on that, and then within 4 hours people were donating money to my friend. She was at office work, she bought $200 worth of supplies. She rocked up my school with a couple hundred books and pencils. The local radio station also saw that, and they called me up and said the Salvation Army want to give me $500 as well. So within a week I got given 700 books, heaps of pencils, and I got given the opportunity to give them not to just my students but also students from other schools as well.
One boy comes to mind. He wasn't at breakfast club one morning, so the guidance officer and I said, let's get in the car and go around, let's get the address and find out what's going on with this boy. We knocked on the door. He eventually came out and he happened to be injured, as we found out later, and that boy was then put into care, and he came on Camp Eagles, and it just transformed him. Him going into care really supported that family, and now he's just gone back to live with mum. So that's a big outcome for a kid that could have been just lost through the system.
We had a young boy who was constantly getting in trouble, and he was always being sent to the reflective thinking room. And I had a meeting with him one day, and I'm just saying, well, what can we do to get you out of this, mate? Because it's not a good habit to be in. And he was kind of like, I don't really care. I just, just doing whatever I want to do. I said, well, I'll tell you what, how about if you can do this, if you can stay out of that room, if you can do it for 4 weeks, then we'll sit down, I'll buy you lunch and we'll eat together. And he said, all right, it's a deal. And about 4 weeks later, he comes running up. He goes, you owe me lunch. And I looked at the records and not a single one for 4 weeks. And he was in like 2 to 3 times a week, or sometimes twice a day, he'd be in this room. And so I said, all right, let's do it for another couple. That was August last year, and he still hasn't. I think he's been in once since August last year, and just had this moment where he's decided, I don't have to be bad, I don't have to do anything silly. Someone actually cares about me to want to keep me out of trouble.
In each town, we've shared SU Queensland's vision for the future, how the High Court challenge is proceeding, and we've shared ideas on how we can strengthen chaplaincy and the mission of chaplaincy moving forward. Please visit backourchappies.com.au/tour to find out when the bus is in your town. The team would love to have a chat, and I'm sure your local chaplains would be greatly encouraged to have you there.